Well, good win. Wish we'd have closed it out a little bit better. I didn't think we had a great start to the second half, obviously, to state the obvious, but thought our guys played really, really hard, which we were able to, overcome some of our other deficiencies because we played so hard. We did a nice job on the backboards, keeping it even on the backboards. We battled really, really hard on the glass, and so, it's what you got to do. You got to protect your home court in SEC play, and we were able to do that.
This team seems to thrive on chaos, good and bad. It just at the end, you had good chaos, but before that was a lot of bad chaos. Is it something you're kind of used to with this team? That's just the way they play.
Yeah, we kind of work our way through it. So we've been able to work our way through it most of the year, and we're able to figure it out tonight. And so we've got to be a little bit more disciplined with things.
Defensively, obviously, they come out and hit those 6 threes to start the second half. What changed for you, obviously, to take away those 3-pointers, and how did you like the ball pressure in the second half?
Well, I was happy. I was thought about changing to some of our junk defenses when they hit all those threes. But I knew from their press conference they were prepared for the junk defenses based on what their assistant said. So we just had to settle in with our man, be a little bit more aggressive. In our man, and they changed their screening angles. They started screening their own man, so we had to stay with guys on the switch. They were initially inviting the switch and trying to flash the 4-man or the big to that high post, but then they changed their screening angles. So we just picked it up a little bit in man.
Coach, you got those guys to force 15 turnovers. How important was that ultimately in this win?
I mean, huge. That's what we have to do. I thought another big thing was we only turned it over 6 times in the second half, which was key. But being able to pressure, they had a good plan against our press attack, and we didn't against our press. We didn't want to be overly aggressive just because. Wheeler he got hurt early. Hopefully he's doing well. He's a great kid, great family, and Ty I think got some cramps just from having to play so much. But I thought. I thought the cumulative effect of the press warmed down, but we weren't that aggressive trying to trap just because we thought if we gave them a head of steam, they were going to live in the lane. It was going to be a tough night for us, but we were still able to force, 15 turnovers, which is a solid night.
Certainly looked like one of Eric Gaines' better halves in that second half. Just speak to how big of a catalyst he was for you guys in the second half.
Proud of Eric, man. He's had a rough time down at Auburn. And, he really rallied the last 3 or 4 days. He had some really good practice. Thought he played well. I thought Justice Williams gave us good minutes in the first half. I thought those guys did a nice job. So really proud of Eric. He hit a big 3 for us. He hit 2 big threes for us. But he's been working, and when you work and you do the right stuff, good things happen. And I thought he did a really nice job.
Still early, 2 games into this thing, but what did you learn from that Auburn game to this one tonight?
Well, I thought our focus was better coming into this game. We're going to play extremely hard. I think everybody knows that every night. It's just a matter of our focus and our details, and I thought our details were better up until, the last part of the game there. But I thought our details were certainly better, and I like the way our guys responded. We learned some lessons from the Auburn game, and we were able to apply those tonight.
Before the season started, you said this team was going to be a lot more blue collar. Was that as blue collar of a win as you've seen in a while?
It's pretty blue collar. Anytime you get against a really good team like Kentucky, you gotta be able to grind them out. It's gonna be a physical game. But it's the SEC, man. We gotta rest up tomorrow. We got 2 days prep. We got to turn around and do it again Saturday against another physical team in Tennessee.
Hey, Will, to see so many of your guys, step up and really score the ball tonight when you didn't have, I guess what you would normally get from Darius Days, how encouraged were you to see some of those guys take those bigger roles?
We needed that. Brandon Murray's a warrior. Obviously, having him back helps us tremendously on both ends. Having him back, and so I thought that was key for us. Gaines hitting the shots. Pinson did a good job driving the ball. Days hit some critical threes for us, and then Tari did what he does, made some big time plays for us. So Efton's 3 was huge. We had a bunch of guys kind of step up, and collectively we found a way to dig out enough points to get it done.
I mean, you said coming into the year that defense was going to be the key for y'all. To have the best defense rating in the country at this point, just what does it say about the team, the personnel you have, and what y'all have been able to accomplish?
More happy with our rebounding tonight. Our defense was solid. You know, once we cranked it up there, we let it get away from us there a little bit at the beginning of the second half. But our defense has been really good. Our guys have been locked in. Our guys have been focused, and you know that's important for us. So our defense has been great. So. We've got to keep that up. You know, not everybody's a believer in our defense yet, so we've got to keep working.
Over here, I know you don't want to see anybody get hurt, but how do you think that Reed's screen on Wheeler influenced the game, and also just generally, how did you feel your physicality and athleticism matched up with Kentucky overall?
Well, I love Wheeler. He's a kid we recruited. I know his family. I know his dad Teddy very well. We have. One of our managers was with him at Houston Christian, where he played, and so they're great people. I've known them for a long time. I was actually I was joking with him in the layup lines when I got out there, and he was joking with me that his dad was up in the 300s. I said, you should have called me. I gotten him a little bit better tickets, but I mean, he's a great kid. It was a legal screen by Efton. He gave him a step. It was a totally legal screen. It's just an unfortunate play, and certainly he's a jet. He's a great player. And I think, you know, you saw the domino effect of that. They had to play some other guys, and then Ty Washington, you know, kind of wore down. But I thought we played very physical. I thought we played very hard, and I thought that was you know, I thought we were able. I'm not saying we were. I think we were, you know, maybe as physical or played as hard as Kentucky. I'm not saying we exceeded them in any category, but I thought we did a nice job on that.
Speaking of Afton, just the job he did on their big guy. I mean,
Everybody did a good job on Toshibwe. I mean, look, he only got 4 offensive rebounds. We did a nice job on that, and so, you know, it was a collective effort, a team effort, and everybody chipped in and did a nice job.
Why are you less happy then?
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm very happy.
I haven't seen you in a while. Didn't seem very.
I'm in a good mood.
Okay.
I'm happy. We just won.
Yeah.
I mean, we won a top 25 game at home. It's a good deal. Not every day we can beat Kentucky, so that's good.
You talked about discipline in certain areas.
But I mean, the reality is, guys, like, we've got a good team too. Like, there's no reason. I mean, the problem is around here we act all crazy when we do stuff, but like we should have high expectations. Like, we should have high expectations. That's part of our problem. Is we don't have high expectations. And so you got to have high expectations. I mean, it's a game we expect to win at home. Now, it'd be different when we go there, but it's a game. If you're going to contend at the top of the SEC, you got to hold court at home, and you got to win home games. So, you know, I know everybody gets off on beating them, and that's great, and it was a good win for us. But I mean, Tennessee's, you know, just as good, and we play them on Saturday, so we got to move forward. We got to move forward quickly. But our expectation here is to win at the top of the SEC. And if you're going to do that, you're going to win some big games at home. And you know, this was certainly one of those.
Crowd certainly seemed into it there, especially at the end, just having that kind of advantage.
It felt like the roof was going to come off
Yeah.
at the end when we dunked that thing. But I thought the crowd was great. I thought the students were great. Our guys, the Balcony Bengals, did a great job. So it was a fun night in the PMAC. So hopefully we can keep building and have another really good crowd on Saturday. Thanks.